going on, guys? I got another video for you today. This is going to be my very first commissioned Neopixel build. This is an Ultimate Works Count Dooku lightsaber hilt. It's running a Prizm version 5.1, and then, like I said, a Neopixel 7/8 blade that I have set to the side right here. This is a Vader's Vault blade, as well as a 24mm Adrian Tan Saber Essentials base speaker, two switches both here and on the back side of the hilt, which were pre-designed into the hilt, and then a Solos Hold, the 15 amp discharge 18650 lithium ion battery for Neopixel setup. Let's see, is there anything else? Nope, that is all the specs. Oh, and then a Stoke custom chassis for the inside, which is, to me, the best chassis for this hilt. It's very well designed and just a perfect fit for this saber. So this is going to be a pretty quick video. It's a pretty straightforward install, but I'm going to have a couple small notes for the customer. So warranty purposes, please pay attention now. First things first is that when you get your Vader's Vault blade, because I know you and I ordered at the same time, Nate, you're going to have to sand down the lower part of the blade. For you, it's only going to be the lower, I'll give the exact measurement here in a second, the lower 3/4 of an inch or so of the blade. If you look here, sorry, I was closing my desk drawer. If you look from here down, you can see that mark, which is exactly where I put the blade into this saber. There's only about 3/4 of an inch of blade depth, which I'll get to in a second. But you are going to, so like I said, you have to sand down the bottom of the blade to make it fit. If it doesn't fit right away, that's okay. Again, just sand it down little by little, and eventually it'll fit nice and snug. You don't want to pull it, rip it in and out. So you really do want to give it a nice sand and then test it. Like I said, it should slide in pretty easily, like so. Let me get this here, and so I put that in. And then I just give it a twist sideways, one twist, and it's in. And then same, taking it out is just, kind of give it a nice twist where it's tight. But again, it's not a pain in the butt to get it in and out. So that's note number one. If you do, you have a chance of, if you look here, you have two set screws. This upper set screw is your blade retention screw, which it's going to have an Allen wrench. This isn't it, but there's one that comes with the kit. This bottom one you do not want to touch. This is your LED housing retention screw, and this LED housing is about 2 inches long and goes into the hilt to about here. So if it's too tight, you could pull that out. You could rip the wires and stuff like that. So you do have to make sure to sand down your blade enough, and that would be standard with any blade that you get, regardless of the maker. So the second thing I want to show you, actually one note, is that this saber is a complete fingerprint magnet. So I'm going to wipe it down another time before I send it to you with an alcohol pad, so it's nice and spotless. But I mean, there's going to be fingerprints all over this no matter what. So note number two is, if you want to get access to the SD card, which is going to be through this set screw right here, you take it out. I do about one full turn. Please note that the wires from the speaker and the switches and the recharge port all run through this cavity, which gives you a really, really tight space that is also a pinch point. So when doing this, please be careful. If you need to change sound fonts, which I don't think you will, I'm pretty sure you are much of a shelf queen type saber collector. But if you do decide to change sound fonts, this is where you want to pay attention, because you basically want to, I'm going to put this up against my chest, but all I'm going to do is gently, actually I might not need to, there we go, gently back and forth wiggle this out. And the reason being is eventually you're going to feel it kind of give way. And come on. So up against my chest is easier. There you go. And then you can pull it out enough to fold it apart if you have to, but more for laying it on a desk. But you only have about an inch of wire slack, so it fits all together. Like I said, you have all your wiring in there, and then you have your SD card right there. You can see that slot. And now when you go to put the saber back together, you're going to see that these wires are naturally going to kind of spring together. And I designed it that way with the two zap straps in there. So you want to make sure that this black piece is going to go around your chassis in there. Sorry, I know this is kind of hard to see, but this black outer piece is going to go around your chassis. And so you want to make sure that none of these wires are getting pinched. So you kind of want to, I do it over a flat surface, but you kind of want to work these wires in gently and take a look and make sure nothing's pinching. and then line up this notch here with the notch in the Saber, and gently just work it back together, again, little by little. It's going to be a little bit tight, which is okay, because again, that's how it's built, but like I said, just be very careful and try not to pinch any wires there. And then just thumb tight there, and you're basically good to go. One thing that you're going to notice is that, as I do with all my Count Dooku lightsabers, is that I made an accurate kill key right here. You usually need a pair of needle nose pliers, and you can just pop that out.
It is obvious that this contest cannot be decided by our knowledge of the Force.
And then I'm going to actually switch sound banks.
Now, it is finished.
So even though this is a Neopixel blade, we decided to go with just a red blade, just for aesthetic purposes. Nate is very much like me, where he likes where a character hilt is only the color of that character, which I don't blame him. I'm the same way. So we have a nice red blade going on here, and that's all we'll have to show off. So again, this, you want to pop your blade in, give it a nice twist, and then you would normally tighten your set screw, but I'm not going to because I'm not going to be swinging it around much. For most of my videos, I do have these smaller blades to swing around. I don't have one for a 7/8 Neopixel. I have one for a 1-inch, but not 7/8. So I'm going to try and show this off as best I can, so work with me here. So there's a nice scrolling effect. I'm not sure if you can tell. Let me try one more time. So you can see that nice scrolling effect. You get a nice, you got your blasters in there. Nice white blade. And the blasters go throughout. Some of them are hitting up further up, so. But like I said, you got a nice blade there. And then press the turn off. So I'm going to press and hold and show you one more bank. Oops, wrong button. So this button.
I've been looking forward to this.
There you go. And so, like I said, it's a nice full blade. I absolutely love the Neopixel blades. It's a great way to... Sorry, that wasn't even on camera. So it's a great way to enjoy the Saber experience. I'm going to take this out now. Like I said, it's just such a cool invention, such a cool place we are in the community right now to have blades like this and technology like this. So Nate, I do apologize. I know this took a while to get this done. I know that we had a couple delays. This was a commission back for a couple months now. Like I said, first Neopixel build that was commissioned, so we ran into a couple small issues. And Nate, I appreciate you working with me. Like I say, hooked you up with some of the sound fonts. And I do hope that we can work together in the future. This is our second or third build, and it's been a pleasure each time. So truly, I appreciate the patience, and I can't say that enough. And I hope that you get her and that you really do love her. Yeah, and then that will be it. So I will have, like I said, pictures and videos of this up later today or tonight, and have this in the mail to you tomorrow. So maybe you'll even get it before Christmas. If not, then you'll have it, right after Christmas. So again, I appreciate it, and I will talk to you guys later. Thanks.